Hey guys, Novus Reloader here. This will be another range report discussing a Hornady product, the XTP 115 grain hollow points projectile. It's designed to be for self-defense. I will need a lot more knowledge before I start using it for self-defense. But I'm impressed because this particular bullet functioned perfectly, even though you can see some less than desirable notes on this. First thing to point out is I used up my Primal homemade primers on this load. So there's a variable that's going to be eliminated the next time I use these guys. But even with that variable, they did very, very well. They did not seal at the low end of the spectrum with either the 700X or the long shot. The case mouth down the whole side of the cartridge having that nice black char is evidence of that. If you guys ever come across that, that from my understanding could mean hard brass. It could mean that pressures are too low to properly utilize the malleable nature of the brass in creating a seal. So I put an asterisk on what was my favorite for each of those, since there's that variable of the primal. I'll probably go ahead and run this test completely again with some factory primers, but I thought it was interesting because everything that I've gotten from Hornady so far shoots really nice, which I guess you'd expect from factory made bullets. So just to run through the results on the targets real quick, you can see why everything seems to be working well. I don't think I'll redo this test until I get a chronograph, because those bullets are a little on the expensive side, and I really want to know if they're moving fast enough to have terminal ballistics that would make them useful as a self-defense round. Those guys were just a little mental reset there. But you can see why I'm certainly a fan of Hornady so far. I definitely want to pursue the lead cast bullets, because that would be a much more economical way to go, which is why Extreme is the choice right now. But I could see really becoming fond of the Hornady products for handgun too. For you guys that are trying to keep your budget as tight as possible like me, reusing the American Eagle boxes is a great way to go. This dot right here matches this dot right here to help you keep track of how your loads line up, since there's no obvious up and down on these guys. So yeah, hope that little bit of advice, that's the only advice that I will tell you that I think you can go ahead and use when it comes to these loads. Do the research, figure out what's safe according to the published data. If you want to bet your safety on the advice of a channel named Novus Reloader, best of luck to you. NR.